snuggle up with a blanket, get on the couch, and just relax lately, like you've kind of been in slow motion. Well, was that a little bit too slow for you? I guess it probably was. So what I was saying was I've been kind of in that slow-mo feeling lately, like get my comfies on, get a blanket, snuggle up with a good book or maybe a movie or something. Maybe it's because the weather lately has been kind of gloomy, windy, rainy, but I was thinking, and I actually got a little inspiration from my friends, Brevin and Journey, so shout out to you guys, to do a fun sloth drawing, because who doesn't love a cute sloth? So we are going to do a simple sloth drawing, and today all you really need is something to draw on, paper or a piece of cardboard or something, whatever you can find, and a pencil. And then you are going to want something to color in your sloth using, you can either do like colored pencils, you can do crayons, you can do markers, oil pastels, paint, it's totally up to you. So you choose what you want to make to go fill in. And I'm gonna walk you through step by step how to draw this cute little guy or girl, whichever one. And then we will go from there. So get your comfies on, get yourself a blanket, get your materials, paper, pencil, and join me back here for our fun, lazy sloth day. All right, here we go. Sloth drawing. So I have my paper turned vertically, going up and down, and I have a pencil. And I would encourage you to draw lightly on your paper. And when you draw lightly, if you hold your pencil up here and lay your arm down on the paper, it's easier to kind of sketch lightly. I'm gonna draw mine a little bit darker, just because if I don't draw it light, if I draw it too light, you won't be able to see what I'm drawing. And so follow along, but I encourage you to try to make your lines a lot lighter than mine. So pretend that you're whispering on your paper, okay? Don't scream on your paper loud and make long, dark lines. If you whisper on your paper, there'll be lighter lines, and then later, no one will notice that you used a pencil. So we are going to start today, and we want to use up our whole paper. We don't want to make our sloth itty bitty, itty bitty. So if I only use this part of my hand to draw, I'm gonna get a tiny little sloth. But if I use my whole arm to make my line, see my arm is moving, then my sloth will be the full page of my paper. I don't want a tiny sloth because I wanna use up my entire space, okay? So we are going to start with the body or the back of our sloth. So we're gonna be doing a curved line about like this. So let me show you where to start. I'm gonna go, this is the top of my paper. You can kind of see where it stops, okay? So I'm gonna go about right here and I'm gonna make a dot, okay? Mine's dark, yours is lighter. These are our guidelines, okay? Oops, the dog just knocked something over. Watson. Okay, that's just kind of life around here. You guys have to live with my little oopses on my videos. So here's gonna be the top, and then our bottom is going to go, we're gonna do a line down. This is the bottom of my paper, and so there's a dot here. So see my two dots? Okay. So that's gonna be our starting and our end point. So I'm gonna start about here, and I'm gonna go down a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna keep going down, and then I'm going to start to curve. Go ahead and try it, okay? So that's gonna be the back and kind of the bottom of our sloth, all right? So now we're gonna continue going around, and then we're gonna go up and we're gonna stop about here. This is, we're gonna be one of his leg stops, okay? All right, so we're gonna do the head next, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go, and I might have to erase and do a little fixing as well, because it's been a while since I've drawn this sloth. So I'm gonna go up and around, that's gonna be his head, okay? I'm gonna go in a little and then I'm gonna stop. Got it? All right, you guys are doing fantastic. So we're gonna move, we're gonna stop for a moment, we're gonna go inside here, okay? We are going to draw a circle on the inside of our sloth. And this is gonna be the sloth's, like its face, but we are going to do some surgery. So we're gonna be doing some erasing. So draw yours super light. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get close to this line, okay? I'm gonna follow it. See, I'm following it around, following it, okay? Then I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna follow, and then I'm gonna break off on my own. I'm gonna go around and over. Okay, that's gonna be our sloth's face. Okay, you rolling with me? I sure hope so. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to make our sloth's belly. So we're gonna start right here. See where I'm at? Okay, now watch me. I'm gonna go, I gotta think about what I'm doing here. We're gonna go down, and then we're gonna stop right there for now. Just for now, okay? Now you can kind of see, here's our sloths, our body, our head. One of the legs is gonna come up and around here. We're gonna do a leg here, and then we're gonna have one hiding behind it. Then we're gonna do its front legs. We're gonna do one here, and we'll do one hiding behind it. And we'll do those two in a little bit, okay? So the next thing that we want to do today, let's focus in on the head, okay? So I am going to start, see where I'm at? Right about here on my circle, okay? If I'm right here on my circle, I'm gonna go in and then out, okay? And then I'm gonna take my eraser and I'm going to erase this part so it is gone. We're gonna make it look like our sloth has that kind of that mask that it wears, okay? Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do the same thing like we did just here. We're gonna do it on the other side. So I'm gonna go on the other side about, that's where it started. I'm gonna go in and then out. I'm gonna take my eraser and I'm gonna erase, erase, erase because we don't want anybody to see that, okay? So far so good. I'm actually gonna turn my paper a hair so you can see it like this, okay? Right now that looks kind of creepy. So let's add our sloth's eyes. So we're gonna make a circle on one side and a circle on the other. Got it? Then on the outer part, you know what? I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna make them a little bit larger, okay? So I'm gonna go and make it a little bit bigger. Can you do that with me? Make your eyes a little bit bigger, because on the inside, we're gonna add another portion. We're gonna add another circle on the inside, and we're gonna stop when we get about here on the outer part, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing over here. We are going to go around, and we're gonna stop on the inner part. Got it? Okay. Then we're gonna do a little in and out. See that? And then a little in, out. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, stop me and pause. Let me pull it up so you can see it a little bit closer. See that? Kind of looks like Pac-Man eyes, doesn't it? Okay. So the inner part here is gonna get colored in eventually. Right now it doesn't look right. So let's do his nose now. It's gonna be an oval. Okay, so his nose is going to be an oval, and it's gonna be a large oval right in here. Okay. And then we're gonna do a smile, okay? That's gonna be our head of our sloth, okay? All right, so next we are going to move back, and this sloth that I do has his head a little bit more sideways than my first one, and that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish his leg, okay? So we're gonna go up and around, okay? And then we're going to go, and we don't want to touch this line. So I'm going to go down to about right here for now. Okay. Got it? All right. Now the second foot is going to start right here. Okay. See right here. So our second foot's going to start right here, and I'm going to just kind of follow this line. So I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to curve it, and I'm going to meet here. So 1 foot, 2 foot. Okay? Doing all right? All right. So this next step, we're going to start right here. So do you see how this line goes down a little bit further than this one does? Okay. This is going to become our sloth's belly. Okay. So watch me. Okay. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go down a little, or up a little. My goodness, it is a lazy day for me. And then I'm gonna go I'm gonna curve it, and I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna meet almost to this line right here. Okay. Then I'm gonna start going down. I'm gonna follow this line, okay? And then I'm gonna eventually come down and meet it right down here. So I'm gonna start following it, and then I'm gonna meet it here. That's gonna be our sloth's belly, all right? All right, let's do the rest of our sloth's arms. And we are gonna be doing a little bit of erasing right in here, okay? And I'm looking at my sloth's face today, and my sloth looks kind of creepy. My last sloth, his face looked a little more like happy-go-lucky, but this guy's looking a little bit creepy to me right now. I hope it changes when I add the color. So let's do his arms, okay? So we're gonna kind of break this up here, okay? So look where I'm at. See how right here? I'm gonna go chop, okay? And then I'm gonna go chop. Got it? Now, chop, chop, and then we're gonna erase. That's why we draw so lightly, because if you look at mine, you can still see my lines here that I don't want anybody to see because I drew too dark. Okay, so now we have a little triangle-ish up here, and then we have the bottom part of the belly, okay? So we're gonna do our sloth's arm, okay? And we're gonna start it right here. See where I'm at? Okay. We're gonna go curved up. Now the arm is gonna go out further than the feet did, just a hair more, okay? So I'm gonna go out a little bit more here. I'm gonna curve it, okay? And then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna meet about where this triangle ends. See how they kind of meet up there a little bit? All right. So a foot or a leg, an arm, and now we're gonna do another arm that goes on right next to it. And we're gonna start it right about here. See where I'm at? See it? Okay, so I'm gonna follow this line. I'm gonna follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it, and then I'm gonna meet it together. Oh my goodness, we did it. Okay, so now what I like to do is I'm gonna add a few little dots on my sloth. You can make your sloth more furry if you want. Okay, I'm gonna add a few here. Do them lightly, or you can even do this just with your colored pencil. Oh, do I need to do any more erasing? I think I'm good, okay. Oh yeah, I do, right here. We need to erase right here. I knew I was missing something. See, erase this line right here. So now it looks like his arm goes through here. I'm gonna continue my little dots in here. Might add some down here on the bottom of his leg. Okay, so we have our sloth. Now what we need to do is we need to have him holding on to something. So we're gonna have him holding on to a branch or like a tree. And you can add leaves and stuff on yours, but we're gonna add our little branch here, okay? So we're gonna make our branch thicker at the bottom, skinny at the top, and then we'll make a couple coming off, all right? So let's go ahead and make it look like our sloth is on a branch. So we're gonna go ahead and make it kind of a long branch, okay, coming off here. And then we don't want it to go through the legs. We want it to look like it's going behind those legs. And so I'm gonna pretend it's gonna come out here, okay? And I'm gonna go another part, oh, stop here, go through, pretend here, okay? And then I'm gonna start over here. Now, as I go, I'm gonna get closer to this line to make my branch look skinnier. So I'm gonna go, see how it's getting skinnier? It's getting skinnier, it's getting skinnier, it's getting skinnier, and then maybe we'll make it pop out here and make it out the top, okay? Got it? And then let's go ahead and make another one coming off, and then fatter at the bottom, and then skinnier, 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 skinnier until it gets pointy. You can make a couple coming off of that one if you want to. You can make a couple coming off, maybe one up here, maybe one coming out over here. It's really up to you now how you do your branch and everything else. There is our sloth.
Now the fun part comes. You get to personalize your sloth. You can even name your sloth if you want. I chose to first outline my sloth using a brown Sharpie marker. You can do it with a crayon, you can do it with a colored pencil, paint. It's totally up to you. In fact, you don't even have to outline your sloth. It's really your call. Now, as you see me coloring today, I'm going to give you some fun facts about those adorable, sleepy sloths. Now, You'll notice today I'm going to use colored pencils to color. I'm doing black for the mouth and the nose and the inner part of the eye. And then I'm going to color my sloth using some browns. It's really your choice. You could even do a rainbow sloth if you want. You make that choice and personalize it. Let's talk about some facts about those adorable sloths. They are a medium-sized animal. Did you know that there are 2 types of sloths? I didn't. There's a 2-toed sloth and a 3-toed sloth. Did you know that they are classified into 6 different species? I have a lot to learn, apparently. I didn't know any of this. All sloths have 3 toes, but 2-toed sloths only have 2 fingers, which is why they're called a 2-toed sloth. Did you also know that sloths are related to anteaters and armadillos? They love to live in trees, and they're found in the jungles of Central and South America. Now notice I'm coloring now the inside of the sloth's face. That gives it that 2-toned look, and it almost makes our sloth look like he has a mask on. So I'm using 3 different colors. I used kind of a pinkish color, a little yellow, and then a little brown on top. Then I'm going to go for the body. Let's get back to some of those facts. Sloths love to eat a lot of different things. They like to eat tree buds, new shoots, fruits, and leaves. Some 2-toed sloths also eat insects, small reptiles, and maybe even birds. Those meals that those sloths love to eat, they digest very slowly inside their stomachs. In fact, sometimes it takes up to an entire month for them to digest a single meal. Crazy, huh? Now, as I'm coloring, you're going to notice here that I am doing a nice job. Most of my coloring lines are all going in the same directions. I don't like to go back and forth in multiple different directions because then you can notice that it looks almost more sloppy if you do it that way. So I try to continue going in the same direction with my coloring. Now, go grab a ruler because this next fact is pretty cool. Sloths can extend their tongues 10 to 12 inches out of their mouths. I don't know any humans that can do that. They have long, sharp claws and they're very strong, and that helps them hold on to those tree branches, which make them look so sweet and snuggly. I don't know that I'd want one to get their claws on me, though. These claws are their only natural defense against those predators that might try to get them. So the claws are very, very important to a sloth. Now I'm out in the branches. 2-toed sloths, let me get another one in there. 2-toed sloths are nocturnal, which means they stay awake at night. And 3-toed sloths, they like to be active during the day. Now, my last fact is my favorite one, and it says that sloths love to sleep, which is one of my favorite things to do. Mrs. McGinnis loves to nap. And I hope that you have had a wonderful time today doing our fun sloth lesson. So when you're done, make sure you sign your name and share your masterpiece and maybe some fun facts with your family.
So there you have it. We learned how to make a lazy, sleepy sloth today, and I hope that you finished before you went to take your nap. I finished mine, and so time for me to go snuggle up with my pups. And I hope that you guys have fun with it. Have some fun, add some fur to it, add branches, maybe do a sloth family. You can do whatever you want with it. So it's just kind of my gift to you is how to draw a sloth. And before I leave today, I have to give one more shout out. I have to give a shout out to a Grant Elementary student, Jaylee Hicks. You are a rock star at watercolor. And so Jaylee this week was my teacher, and she yesterday walked me through how to do a watercolor bumblebee. Isn't it the cutest? We had fun, and so Jaylee, thank you. Thanks for being my teacher. It was fun for me to get to learn from you yesterday. And boys and girls, please keep making art. I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys again in person. Bye.